as a kid, I got a lot of whoopings growing up. I know that surprises y'all because y'all look at me, y'all think I was the perfect child. My son, do not eat popcorn before you shoot a video or make a podcast. I got a lot of whoopings, got a lot of discipline. And I don't remember ever loving any of them in the moment. I wasn't like, thank you, mama, for giving me that whooping. And we didn't get spankings, we got whoopings. And that's a whole nother subject for another day. But now I appreciate what my grandmother, my grandfather, and my mom did for us because they helped me get wisdom. They helped me learn the importance of discipline and going on that straight path. That's our topic today in our series on day number 12 of Get Wisdom. Did you get whoopings growing up? I got a lot of whoopings, a whole lot of whoopings, but I appreciate them now, but I did not appreciate them then. And you know, I don't remember my parents, my mom or my grandparents ever saying to me, this is going to hurt me more than hurt you. I heard other people say that their parents said that. I don't think mine. I think they enjoyed it. I think there's a verse in Proverbs that says, "Beat them, they will not die." I think that was their life verse. But they weren't out to just hurt us. They were out to help us. And I appreciate it now because I see kids that I grew up with, and they did not get disciplined. They did not receive that from their parents, and they ended up in very bad places. So I appreciate that now. And our verse today says this. It's Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. Now, I was told not to call nobody stupid, but the Bible did it, so don't get mad at me. Again, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. And I think this word love means is willing to accept it, willing to embrace it, that someone disciplining them and helping them get on the right path is good for them. It helps them to grow. And I, even to this day, I seek that out. Not like I want to whoop it. And I think discipline is not just whooping. And I do a lot of stuff with our program, thechoiceparent.com, and talking about what discipline is, what it isn't. Because sometimes we think discipline is simply just retribution or actually punishment. But I think discipline is more instruction and training. It does not always have to be physical. It is teaching, and sometimes it should be preemptive. I do a whole series called Consequences That Work, and the idea behind that is that you give consequences ahead of time. That they're explained ahead of time. You deal with them before and you train them. And we're working with our son on this a lot. He's 3 years old, but he goes off very quickly. And I have to work with him and say, hey, you need to do this, do this. If this doesn't happen, this takes place here. But I'm teaching him. So discipline is teaching. But sometimes it can be swift. It can be hard. But sometimes it's just instructional. But the idea is the one who loves it loves knowledge because they learn to grow and love. But the one who hates it is stupid. And there's other verses that kind of talk about the same idea. Like I told you before, I love this Bible app called the Olive Tree app. And I have a lot of resources here. So this is the Bible Knowledge Commentaries. They give a bunch of different ideas here, a bunch of other verses like Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15, which says, the way of the fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. Proverbs 13, verse 1, a wise son hears his father's instructions, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. Now, every time I read that word scoffer, my daughter was working on memorizing Psalm chapter 1, and she called it scofflers. So every time I see the word scoffer, I think of scofflers. But anyway, chapter 13, verse 13 says this, whoever despises the word brings destruction on himself, but he who reveres the commandment will be rewarded. It's always this contrast in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 18 says, poverty and disgrace comes to him who ignores instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is honored. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 5. A fool despises his father's instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is prudent or wise. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10. There is a severe discipline for him who forsakes the way. Whoever hates reproof will die. Man, these are some great sayings. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 12. A scoffer or scoffler, a scoffer does not like to be reproved. He will not go to the wise. Man. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 31. The ear that listens to life-giving reproof will dwell among the wise. And lastly, Proverbs 15, verse 32. Whoever ignores instruction despises himself, but he who listens to reproof gains intelligence. Man, there's a lot there. And so I guess to come down to the bottom line is this: don't be stupid. Don't reject discipline or instruction from someone else. Receive it. So you're not stupid. And that word stupid, this commentary says, mean like brutish or dull of mind, like an animal. Don't be a beast. Be a human, be a wise person, and receive discipline and love knowledge, because it helps all of us. We all need to learn and to grow. And so although I did not appreciate those whoopings and instruction and discipline from my grandparents and my mom, I appreciate it now because, like I said before, it helped me get wisdom, helps me understand, helps me get knowledge. So embrace it. So if you're a young person, hey, you don't know everything. You're like 2, right? You're like 13. Yes, you have a lot of information. I'm pretty sure you're smart. You might even smell smart, but you still need to learn and receive discipline and reproof, correction from someone who has gone down the road you have. If you're an adult, you still need to get that discipline. My mom will still tell me when I'm wrong and make things, help me see things. So I can always receive it. But even as an adult, I need to make sure I'm willing to give that correction and that discipline to my kids and other people around me, because we need it. And again, if people reject it, that's on them. Don't be stupid. Receive discipline and instruction and get wisdom. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again tomorrow for day number 13 of our series, Get Wisdom.